Okay, hello everybody. I'm Nate Patterson, and this is Glorify God Ministries. I have a new gadget that I'm trying to test out, so I'm going to talk for a few minutes. I don't know exactly what I'm going to talk about, but I'm testing this little microphone right here, lavalier microphone. I guess I should put it where it should be if I want an accurate test. And so we'll generally have them probably about right there. So. All right, it's Father's Day, and you get your hey, Happy Father's Day, and all that kind of stuff. Well, what really is Father's Day? Because it's been distorted, by the actual acts of fathers, and hurt females. This day is just trash to me, But it breaks that monotony of being trash when my siblings, I guess siblings is the wrong word. When my offspring, I hate to call them kids because they're grown adults, right? But when my offspring, I guess, terrible word. Anyways, when they, well, they very rarely call, but they do text Happy Father's Day. It does touch me. It does say, hey, well, they're thinking, I'm on their mind, right? Because I don't have a good relationship with my kids, you know, and there's art on both sides, but I guess I have to take some lion's share because in the beginning I wasn't a great dad, and then all of a sudden I said, hey, I want to be a dad, didn't know how, and went through all those growing pains over years, and you know, the basic you can't see your kids BS or cap. I gotta say cap now. That cap. I had to deal with that for the lion's share of their lives. They grew up without me. I spotted here and there. Now that wasn't because, I just was absent. No, that was because the mamas didn't want me around. So let me address that for a minute. What I went through, I went through. There's no change in that. But you guys weaponize kids, because of your hurt feelings. Right? The kids don't got nothing to do with nothing unless, of course, I'm hurting them. Now, hurting them, let's talk about that for a minute. What would I do to hurt them? If I'm making promises and not fulfilling, or I'm physically abusive or verbally abusive, that's one thing. You understand? But if it's because I'm not doing what you think I should be doing, and yada yada yada, you need to check yourself. And don't use those kids as a weapon. You can't see your kids until you act right. No, you let them kids make up their mind, because that man might not act right with you, but act right with his kids. It's a bunch of cap. And you women, you females, you always weaponize the kids in that manner. Why? Because you got the government behind you. AFDC, WIC, stamps, all kind of stuff. You know what I mean? You don't got to do nothing, but breathe and go fill out some paperwork. And you complain about that. So anyways, I'm not going to walk down that road. I want to. I could destroy you with that. But no, I'm not going to. It's Father's Day. So why do that? Brothers, enjoy your day, right? But check yourself too. I mean, you good fathers, you alpha males, you one in a million brothers. You keep doing what you're doing. You know what I mean? All respect for you guys, but you other Negroes, you know what I mean, who only pop up for whatever reason. You know what I mean? When your kid is sitting there missing you and all that stuff, man, y'all need to check yourself, man, and find out where you at. Father's Day isn't for you. You're not a father. I don't care how you feel. You're not a father. If you show up every now and then, that's not parenting. That's a friend. You know what I mean? That's not parenting. So we got a bad rap, with this fatherhood thing. I'm talking to the black brothers right now. We got a very bad rap, and you know what? Most of that is warranted. You know what I mean? But situation, circumstances, I know, I understand. I went through all that. But what I didn't do was stop fighting for my kids. You see, I couldn't see my kids because I didn't want to, or because I was in another country somewhere, yada yada yada. It's because the mama didn't want me to, and that was the brick wall that I faced. Other than that, I was there, trying to be. So that's the effort that I'm going to challenge you to do from this day forward. Try and be a part of that kid's life. It's going to be uneasy in the beginning. It ain't nothing that you used to. Something that you got to get used to. So be it, man. Get used to it. Get used to it. It's just a good thing. It's a good thing. You have no idea how much you inspire your child. It's not all about nickels and dimes. That's that woman. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you do have to, put take up your part of the support, right? But don't let it be all about nickels and dimes. If you ain't got it, you ain't got it. That doesn't mean you cannot see your child. You understand? You don't need money to see your child. Females, you hear what I just said? We don't need money to see our kids. You understand? Hell, everybody on the planet is paying your way. In most cases, not all of you, but in most cases, and you know who you are. Everybody's paying your way. How come you get to see the kid? You leeching off society. Talking about, I can't do this. There's women in other countries and even on the other block that got it much harder than you with kids, and they doing it. You're a failure. Money grubbing failure. And I don't say that out of anger. I'm telling you exactly what you are. If you play those games with those kids and don't let them see their father because of nickels and dimes, you ain't cap. No, I don't want to say cap. You ain't shit. Period. Change my mind. How you're saying that the father don't have his life together, so he can't see his kids. Change my mind. How you're right, you whack yardbird. You shouldn't be having those kids. You should be in cuffs, because that's child abuse, right there. That's child abuse. Let me stop. I'm gonna be touching this mic, but I can get into this, right? So anyway, happy Father's Day to all you guys out there. If I decide to post this and you brothers that are slacking, pick up that slack, man. Man up and do your job. You know what I mean? Your boys ain't no more important than your kid. Ain't nowhere as important as your kid. You're hanging out and all the other stuff, the club. No, your kid comes first. Take it to somebody who had to learn that the hard way. I didn't just jump out and was Mr. Dad. You know what I mean? I was scared. I didn't know nothing about being a father. My father wasn't there. I was raised in a house full of women. You understand? So I don't want to hear excuses. I'm going to leave you with this since I said that. Excuses. I learned this in college. What else? Pledging my fraternity. Excuses. Tools of the incompetent which build monuments of nothingness. Those who specialize in their uses are seldom capable of anything. Take a look at your life. See what you accomplished while you're not checking your kids. Peace.